The Bible is a book filled with stories, teachings, and numbers that hold deep meaning for those who read it. One such number, 40, appears repeatedly throughout the text, often marking periods of significant change, testing, and spiritual growth. From the flood that cleansed the earth to the trials of the Israelites in the desert, the number 40 serves as a powerful symbol of transformation and the enduring nature of faith. Understanding the significance of this number can provide valuable insights into the biblical narrative and its relevance to our own lives today. The story of Noah's Ark is one of the most well-known in the Bible. It is a tale that has been passed down through generations, capturing the imagination of people from all walks of life. This ancient narrative speaks of faith, obedience, and the profound relationship between humanity and the divine. It tells of a time when humanity had strayed far from God, and the world was consumed by wickedness. People lived in a state of moral decay, engaging in acts that were against the divine will. The earth was filled with violence, corruption, and a blatant disregard for righteousness. In response to this widespread corruption, God decided to send a great flood to cleanse the earth. However, he chose to spare Noah, a righteous man, his family, and the animals he brought aboard the ark. Noah's faith and obedience set him apart in a world that had lost its way. The flood lasted for 40 days and 40 nights, a period that symbolized both destruction and purification. The relentless rain poured down, covering the earth and washing away the sins of humanity. It was a time of great upheaval, but also a time of renewal. Just as the floodwaters washed away the corruption of the old world, the number 40 represents a time of cleansing, a washing away of the old to make way for the new. This period of 40 days is significant in many religious texts, often symbolizing a time of trial, testing, and transformation. This period of 40 days was not merely about punishment. It was a divine opportunity for reflection and renewal. Inside the ark, Noah and his family waited patiently, trusting in God's promise of salvation. They prayed, hoped, and looked forward to the day when they could step onto dry land again. It was about giving humanity a chance to start anew. When the rain finally ceased and the waters began to recede, a rainbow appeared in the sky, symbolizing God's covenant with Noah and all living creatures. It was a promise that never again would a flood destroy the earth. It marked a new beginning, a fresh start for creation. Noah and his family stepped out of the ark into a cleansed world, ready to rebuild their lives. The animals emerged, and life began anew. The story of Noah's Ark is a powerful reminder of the possibilities of redemption and the enduring hope for a better future. Moses, the great prophet who led the Israelites out of slavery in Egypt, is another key figure whose life is intertwined with the number 40. After fleeing Egypt, Moses spent 40 years in the wilderness of Midian. This period of exile was a time of profound transformation for Moses. He went from being a prince of Egypt to a humble shepherd, learning valuable lessons about leadership, faith, and God's will. These 40 years prepared him for the immense task of leading his people to freedom. Moses' time in Midian was not simply about passing time, it was about preparation. It was about God shaping him, refining him, and equipping him for his destiny. Following their exodus from Egypt, the Israelites wandered in the desert for 40 years. This period, while challenging, was crucial for their development as a people. It was during these 40 years that the Israelites received the 10 Commandments, establishing the foundation for their laws and covenant with God. They learned to rely on God for sustenance and guidance, their faith tested and strengthened through trials and hardship. The desert, though harsh and unforgiving, became a crucible in which a new nation was forged. It was a period of spiritual refinement and growth, shaping the identity of the Israelites for generations to come. The story of David and Goliath is a classic tale of courage and faith. It tells of a young shepherd, David, who faced down a giant, Goliath, with nothing but a slingshot and his belief in God. For 40 days, Goliath had challenged the Israelites, instilling fear and doubt in their hearts. It was during this period of fear and uncertainty that David stepped forward, his faith in God unwavering. David's victory over Goliath after 40 days of Goliath's threats showed that courage and faith could overcome even the most daunting obstacles. It served as a reminder that God can bring victory even when the odds seem insurmountable. Jesus in the wilderness, 40 days of preparation. Jesus, the central figure of Christianity, also experienced a significant period of 40 days at the beginning of his ministry. This period is often referred to as the 40 days of preparation, a time that was crucial for the spiritual and physical readiness of Jesus for his mission. After his baptism by John the Baptist in the River Jordan, Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness. There, he fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, a significant duration that symbolizes a period of testing and purification. During this time, he was tempted by Satan, who presented him with 3 significant temptations. Each temptation was a test of Jesus' faith and commitment to his divine mission. Despite the physical and mental challenges, Jesus resisted each temptation, demonstrating his unwavering faith and spiritual strength. This period of fasting and prayer served as a time of spiritual preparation for Jesus. It was not just about abstaining from food, but also about deepening his connection with God, seeking divine guidance, and fortifying his spirit for the ministry that lay ahead. It was a time of solitude and reflection, a time to strengthen his resolve and prepare for the challenges that lay ahead. In the quiet and desolate wilderness, Jesus found the space to meditate, pray, and reflect on his purpose and the path he was to follow. Jesus' experience in the wilderness highlights the importance of spiritual discipline and the power of prayer in overcoming temptation. His ability to resist Satan's temptations serves as a powerful example of how faith and spiritual practices can help one stay true to their values and mission. It reminds us that even in the face of adversity, faith can provide strength and guidance. Jesus' 40 days in the wilderness teach us that periods of trial and testing can be transformative, helping us to grow stronger in our faith and more resolute in our purpose. This story encourages believers to embrace their own periods of preparation and reflection, trusting that these times will equip them for the challenges and missions that lie ahead. Lent, a modern echo of 40. The number 40 continues to hold significance in Christian tradition today. Lent, the 40-day period of fasting and reflection leading up to Easter, is a testament to this enduring relevance. Inspired by Jesus' 40 days in the wilderness, Lent offers Christians an opportunity for spiritual renewal and preparation. It is a time to reflect on their relationship with God, confess their sins, and deepen their commitment to following Jesus. Lent is not simply about giving up something for 40 days. It is about using that time for spiritual growth, for self-examination, and for drawing closer to God. The significance of 40 in our lives. The number 40, as seen through these biblical examples, clearly symbolizes periods of testing, transformation, and spiritual growth. It reminds us that challenges and trials are not meant to break us, but to refine us, to draw us closer to God, and to prepare us for greater things. Just as the floodwaters cleansed the earth, as Moses was transformed in the wilderness, and as Jesus emerged from his fast ready to begin his ministry, we too can emerge from our own 40-day experiences stronger and more faithful. Conclusion. Embracing the power of 40. The number 40, woven throughout the fabric of biblical narrative, serves as a powerful reminder of the transformative power of faith. It is a number that appears time and again, each instance carrying profound significance and lessons for us to learn. From the Old Testament to the New, the number 40 is a symbol of a period of testing, trial, and preparation. It is a number that represents testing, yes, but also growth, renewal, and ultimately, triumph. The trials we face are not meant to break us, but to build us up, to strengthen our faith, and to prepare us for greater things. Just as the earth was renewed after 40 days of rain, we too can find renewal in our own lives. Whether it's the 40 days of rain that cleansed the earth, washing away the old to make way for the new, the 40 years of wandering that shaped a nation, teaching them reliance on God and forging their identity, or the 40 days of fasting that prepared Jesus for his ministry, fortifying his spirit and resolve. The number 40 reminds us that God is with us in the midst of our trials. He is there, guiding us, supporting us, and helping us to grow. He uses these experiences to refine us, to shape us, much like a potter shapes clay or a blacksmith forges metal. These periods of testing are not without purpose. They are designed to mold us into stronger, more resilient individuals, and to equip us for the journey ahead. Just as a hiker prepares for a long trek, we too are being prepared for the paths we must walk. By embracing the significance of 40, we can face our own challenges with courage, knowing that each trial is a step towards our own personal summit. The dawn of a new day brings with it new opportunities and new strengths. Knowing that God is with us every step of the way, lighting our path and holding our hand through the darkest of times, guiding us towards transformation and spiritual growth. As we walk this path, we are not alone. We are being led towards a brighter horizon, a future filled with hope and promise. Embrace the power of 40 and let it inspire you to persevere, to grow, and to triumph.